Howdy, gang, and welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host here at the Gaming Gang channel. Thanks for joining me once again. Today, I am going to unbox and take a first look at Epic Encounters Local Legends Berserker Encounter from Steamforged Games. That's right, Steamforged Games Week rocks on, as I will be taking a look at the miniatures and encounter that we're going to find in this. Now, of course, this is designed for 5e Dungeons & Dragons, and it carries an MSRP of $24.99. It is arriving in stores this month. So without further ado, let's swing on over to the other camera. Let's take a look at the Berserker Encounter for Local Legends. Before we jump in, I do want to mention the fine folks over at Steamforged Games were kind enough to provide me with this review copy. But neither I nor anyone else affiliated with the Gaming Gang has received any other sort of compensation for me to share this video with you. These days, it's important you know that. All right, let's get shrink wrap off. Now, I know some of you out there might be thinking, now wait a second, Jeff, how could you be sharing this video? You're supposed to be at San Diego Comic-Con. I shot some videos ahead of time, so yes, as this is released, I am in San Diego. It's magical that way, huh? So let's take a look at the back here. Clad in impenetrable armor, equipped with a sword so heavy it can be barely lifted by most, the Berserker is the fighting pit's greatest champion. He's also its greatest danger and needs to be stopped somehow. Prepare for a deadly showdown. All right, so let's take a peek. So here we've got a big Berserker model, as well as what appears to be some floating swords, groups of floating swords. So we will get a peek at these in just a moment. But let's take a look at the encounter book. We also have an encounter mat. I also believe each of these local legends is tied into one of the inns that are part of the local legends tavern kit. So I think that is the case. We'll take a look at this in just a moment. But first of all, we've got the mini encounter, Mace and Flail. So we get an introduction, talking about before starting, showing some tiers of play. So it is the Mace and Flail, is the tavern that this is tied into. Then we have the encounter. The Berserker begins by sending swarms of flying blades at the characters, keeping them moving and ensuring they can't surround the Berserker or wear them down. Once the characters are fully engaged with the blades, the Berserker charged toward the character who seems to be doing best against these slicing swords. So it looks like we've got some different locations. The Berserker's cage, weapons rack, the maze. So we've got some encounters in the maze. Here's the combat plan for the Berserker. For the opening stages, into the maze and the finishing blows. Here's our stat blocks. So we got the Berserker Pit Champion, and then we've got our floating blades. So Berserker is chaotic evil. And then we have our credits right here on the back. Here's our mat. So it looks like this is the pit, basically. This is where the pit fighters battle. Looks like we've got some weapons here. Some racks of weapons. That's kind of cool. I think this is just single-sided. It is only single-sided. So we've got that. We also have the mini encounter. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to zoom on in so we can get a far better look at those miniatures. Here we've got the miniatures. We have a trio of flying blades and then the Berserker. So, and of course, an insert to hold these. So let's take a look here. We've got the flying blades. And there's a bit of give to the plastic because it's, as you can see, it's very thin. But these should prime and paint up nicely. And of course, if you're like most people holding the miniature by the base when you're playing, you won't have any issue with paint flaking off or anything like that. So we've got a trio of these. They are identical. And then we have got the Berserker. He's a big boy, I see. Is that his belly? Yeah, he's got a belly. He's got an exposed belly. I thought I saw that with the artwork. He's a big in here. Nice sculpt. I like the sculpt a lot. And of course, anytime we're looking at any sorts of miniatures, it's not as if you can only use this with 5e D&D. You could certainly use it with any fantasy role-playing game and any fantasy miniatures game out there. This is pretty sweet. I like this quite a bit. So there are 2 Epic Encounters Local Legends releases this month. We've got the Berserker. We also have the Griffin. I'm going to share a first look at the Griffin, as well as the corpse of a horse that it comes with tomorrow. So be sure to check that out. But yeah, I really like this miniature quite a bit. We have got a nice detailed base here. So it's not just a plain flat base. So we've got a bit of a diorama look to it. Very cool. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer here. Looks like our autofocus on the Panasonic is playing nice with us today. All right. Very cool. As I had mentioned previously, if you watch my live show, my nephew Cameron is starting to get into miniature painting. So I have been sharing tips with him because I really enjoy painting minis. It's just, I don't have young eyes anymore. It's not as easy to get all that cool detail that I was used to. So very nice. Very cool. So we have got the flying blades. So 3 of those. We have also got the Berserker and the mats and the mini encounter book. And that is what we find when we take everything from Epic Encounters, Local Legends, Berserker Encounter outside the box. Very nice. Very cool. Once again, I'm going to be taking a look at the Griffin Encounter tomorrow. So be sure to tune in if you want to get a close look at that miniature. All right, that is it for this time out. If you like the video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, don't forget, ring that bell. It'll not only let you know when I share videos such as this first look, it'll also inform you when my live show, The Gaming Gang Dispatch, streams right here on YouTube at 7 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings. That's right, 7 p.m. Central, I guess I should add. Otherwise, could be 7 p.m. anytime. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer, and until I see you next time, I certainly hope all of you get to enjoy plenty of great gaming with your gang.